Join us on the Swim Monkey.
Swim
Monkey.
TV. On the Monkey.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Hey, so listen, and
Oh, hang on. I can't hear you yet. Hang on.
You can hear me now. How about now?
That was weird.
So I'm here with Cory.
I'm not muted.
He can't hear me. He's muted or whatever. But I'm gonna keep talking until he can hear me.
Joe. I cannot hear you at all. But you can hear me.
Best.
And I'm not hear us.
But just me. And I tell you what, guys, we are gonna have a great show today. And Cory was nice enough to let me on his show today for a little bit. We're gonna talk about the art of the smoothie. And while we're waiting for Cory, I just want to tell you that we had an excellent conversation last night with a couple of Olympian swimmers from Brazil and Coach Darcy down from Coral Springs, Florida. And it was a great, great conversation about what's going on today, what's been going on the last 3 months. I mean, life in general, all the craziness that's been going on. So you guys need to check that out for sure. Now, if you guys want to ask any questions of Lean Green Dad about food or anything or preparation, or me at least for a little bit, you can chime in on the chat. Just tap the screen and you will be right there with the chat. And you can say hi. You can tell us what you do, what you eat, things like that. And look who's with us finally. Here we go.
What's up?
Cory, I was just telling people we had, you were nice enough after a few shows to finally let me in. You had to interview me and take me through the roles to get me on the show for a few minutes, just to get going. And I'm super pumped to be on here with you because, I eat like junk. And every week every week I sit here with you, Cory, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should try that. I should try that. I never try it. But I am going to try today to follow whatever you're doing today. I am going to try it today, I promise. And then I will report back either next week or people will see again. But if you guys see in the chat, you can see there, ask us questions, do whatever, comment on his food if it looks good or bad, comment on me if, whatever. But Cory, I was telling them yesterday, and you missed it while you're trying to get back on. We had a great show about what was going on this last 3 months, or what's been going on in terms of the political issues, the health of everybody. I mean, it was amazing. And for people to go back and check it out, they certainly can on Facebook or YouTube. So good stuff. But anyway, Cory, tell us about what's going on today.
Yeah, today.
You look great, by the way. You look great. I mean, you look amazing. Go ahead. Continue.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. It's got to be the lighting. I bring you a little closer to me here. There we go. I got my little stand here. So
back up. No,
too close. Yeah. What's going on today? Today is one of those days where just a lot of things are going on at the same time. I've got all 3 kids home, of course, as we usually do. My wife is around doing some work at the house, and then there's little me in my office. So I'm just thinking about what food I'm going to make for tomorrow's meal plan. We launch a meal plan every Friday. And so just trying to think through what we've got. And believe it or not, Joe, I'm pretty positive that we have created a completely vegan Philly cheesesteak. Completely vegan. I know.
Wait a minute. We need to back up a little bit because I know kind of what meal plan is. But when you say meal plan, are you talking about meal plan for like the week, or you're planning out the weeks of meals, or you're just doing what the heck is a meal plan? And
Yeah. So, you remember when Jackson was young and, Bess would come home from work and it'd be like, yo, what's for dinner? And you had no ideas. You'd be like, I don't know. Let's just go out for pizza, or let's go through the McDonald's drive-through or something like that. Right. Make a bad choice. Right.
Yes. Correct.
I'm not saying that you can't have McDonald's every now and then, like whatever, but it should be the very minimum. Okay. Like, do not make that part of your, Olympic routine like Michael Phelps did back in the day. Like, give me a break. Don't do that. Right.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
But when I talk about meal plans, I'm talking about something that is going to have your back whenever you run out of ideas. Right. So the meals that I make are always 15 minutes or less, like from start to finish. And so that typically means that you're doing shortcuts, right? So you use the steam in the bag rice, not the microwave rice that's full of oil, right? But the steam in the bag rice, frozen rice. You could steam in like 5 minutes and have it ready to go, right? And making easy, simple substitutions, like instead of white rice, use brown rice. Why? Because it has more fiber and protein, all things that are going to help your athletic performance, help your gut health, everything else. So I really focus on just being there when you need an extra hand. And for people that are trying to be plant-based or trying to focus on a plant-based diet, I'm your guy, because I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about a plant-based diet. Like, what am I going to eat? Is it going to taste good? Do I eat salads all the time? Things like that. So, I make things like Philly cheesesteaks out of things like, tempeh, tofu, season it with some grilled onions, caramelized onions, green peppers, celery salt, the classic things that make a cheesesteak. Although I don't know if you can call it a cheesesteak. You might have to call it like a cheese tofu or a cheese tempeh. I have no idea.
Well, is there such thing as a tofu steak? I mean, like, tofu and you put it on a grill and it's got some grill lines. That's a steak, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think the word steak is like tied to animals. So I don't, who knows?
Oh,
tied
gotcha.
to the cow, maybe. I have no idea. And really, who cares? Like, honestly, if it
Who cares? That's what I'm saying. Who cares?
So, I did cut up a tofu.
Call it what you want to call it. Call it what you want to call it.
Yeah. I just cut up a tofu block recently and made some like, what's that place? P.F. Chang's style, tofu. And so I had a teriyaki glaze painted on top of. I have this huge skillet outside. It's like a grill. And I just like cooked it up like hibachi style. It was crazy. It was crazy good.
Okay, so what do the kids and wife do? I mean, are they all into this stuff as well, or is it like, oh my gosh, Dad's cooking again, and we're gonna eat this? I mean, what?
Forcing us to eat healthy, yeah.
Yes.
Well, one thing I don't do is force my kids to do anything, right? But we do have rules kind of the family, and we as a family unit have decided that we're all going to eat the same way. And we're very lucky in that case. My wife was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis back in 2006. And so we slowly had like this education and learning process that went through how to help her manage this chronic illness, because, no cup of broccoli is going to help this ulcerative colitis go away. Right. So I'm not the guy that's sitting here like, oh, we reversed her disease with eating broccoli. Like, that's just not going to happen. But we sure as heck did make her life a lot easier by incorporating things that are going to work with her system rather than against it. Give her body a break so it can focus on trying to, work with the medicine that she has to take and keep her, in a state of, I guess you call it a remissive state, right? Not in the middle of a flare, because people that have these Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, they have flares and they're very painful and embarrassing to talk about, stuff like that. So, it's just worked. So she's had her ups and downs through the kids. We have 3 kids, 1 adopted. So she, gave birth to 2. And whenever you have a kid, it's kind of like, everything's out of whack.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, it's been pretty cool. And the kids eat what we eat. I think the biggest thing with kids, don't give them too many ingredients, right? If they look at a plate and they're like, I don't know what this is, they're not going to eat it. So, 2 or 3 things, like different things on the plate are fine, but you go above 3, they're going to start analyzing it, picking out the spinach, like, what's this thing, or, stuff like that. So I try to keep it real simple. And if I make a potato soup or something that has like onions and garlic and, stuff like that, I will blend it all up so that it's one color. It's a white soup and it's potato soup. Who cares what's in it? Just eat it. It's fine.
I've got one question before we get to what we're actually here for today. But because I've been seeing this over the years, like nutrition and vegan and vegetarian have all been going on this little incline, right? People are worried about health and food and, what they're seeing, preservatives, the whole deal. So where do you kind of see this going over the next 2, 5, 10 years, like with society?
Yeah, it's a huge trend. I mean, there's a reason that Tyson, one of the largest, meat brands in the world, purchased Beyond Meat, right? There's a reason that White Wave Foods, one of the largest dairy producers in the world, purchased, Silk Milk, right? And they're acquiring more and more and more. And so it is on a trend. I think people are just starting to see that they don't have to consume dairy. Milk does a body good. It's not really anything other than a marketing campaign, right? We don't get milk from calcium. We don't get calcium from milk. We get calcium from greens. And the reason that we get calcium from cows' milk is because cows are eating grass. So we're really getting secondhand calcium. You know what I'm saying? So I think people are getting smarter. I'm not saying that there's one way to eat, but I think just being knowledgeable about what you're putting in your body is something we can all agree with. I'm not one of those preachy vegans that, thinks it's my way or the highway. I just like eating good food, and the food happens to be plant-based. And so when I talk about plant-based versus vegan, right? Oreos are vegan, Joe. I mean, I can have a diet. I just eat Oreos all day long, and I'd be vegan. Doesn't mean I'm healthy. It's true. They're mistakenly vegan. So, French fries are vegan, right? I mean, unless they're fried in, I guess, some kind of meat oil or something. Totally vegan. It's just fried potatoes, but they're horrible for you. So, the plant-based diet is more synonymous with two things. So there's whole food plant-based, which is, in my opinion, the best way you can eat, but it's a little tough for some people, I understand. So we're talking about fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains. That's it. That's the whole diet. Now you can make a lot of food out of those things that I just listed. Corn, potatoes, rice, beans.
Right.
I mean, there's tons of things. Tofu, right? And then also I like the word plant-based because people can lean into it, right? You don't have to be like defining yourself. I have more plant-based foods in my diet, right? And I think that just means I'm trying to eat more things that are plants, like fruits and veggies. And I think everyone can agree that eating more fruits and veggies is a good thing, so.
Well, anyone that knows you and has watched you over the last few months knows that you have tons and tons of energy. And I am assuming that most of that is because of your diet, your rest, your lifestyle. But you're just a hyper crazy, awesome dude, full of energy. And I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get through this whole entire day. And you're like, come on, let's go. You're just wide open. But anyway, we are here for one thing, right? The art of the smoothie. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to let you have the big screen. Okay.
Okay.
You tell us about the art of the smoothie.
All right. Sounds good.
Enjoy yourself.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to plug in my smoothie maker, which I also call a blender. And then we're going to get started. So guys, what's going on? I think as Joe knows, or Joe said, my name's Cory. I run Lean Green Dad and leangreendad.com. I put together the Lean Green Meal Plan. It is a weekly meal plan of 5 quick and easy dinners that you can make in 15 minutes or less that your family will absolutely love. That's what I'm about. That's what I do. And today we're talking about something that you probably do, but you didn't really think too much about. And that's the art of the smoothie. Now, what the heck am I talking about? Art of the smoothie. All right. There is an order. There is an order to how you should build your smoothie. Because chances are, if you don't build it the correct way, if you don't put these things in the sequential order that I'm going to show you and tell you about, because I got my blender right here, right? You're going to get a lot of your protein powder, a lot of your smoothie stuck to the side walls of the blender, and nobody likes that, right? Or maybe you put it in a shaker cup and you have like the bulk of it at the bottom of the cup. Nobody wants that, all right? So I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite plant-based proteins out there, and I'm going to show you and make a delicious smoothie. In fact, today's is going to be a vanilla cinnamon smoothie that I'm going to make. It is from a protein powder from one of my dear friends over at Impact. So I will talk about that. I will talk about another brand that I love. And then there's a secret ingredient at the end. Okay, I guarantee you none of you are putting this in your smoothie right now, but it's a secret ingredient that is just a couple drops. You don't taste it, but it sends your nutrition through the roof. Okay, especially right now, and I'll tell you why in a second when I get to it. So stay tuned here for the next few minutes because I'm telling you, it's going to explode your mind. All right, so I'm going to bring you down. I got my little camera here. I'm going to bring you down low and show you the little smoothie. Okay, yeah, ginger works, Patrick. Ginger's really, really good, but I wouldn't put it in a vanilla cinnamon smoothie, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so big strawberry and banana guy, love it. Yeah, Jackson, good job. Today we're gonna make one that's a little sweeter. So first things first, you want to start with a good milk. Okay. Now I'm not talking about dairy milk. Don't poison your smoothie with dairy milk. That's my opinion. All right. But look at almond milk and you'll see that I've got the unsweetened here, okay? So stick with the unsweetened. We're going to go with almond milk, and we're going to put it right above the blade, okay? I know you people know how to make a smoothie, but it's just something to think about. The liquid goes first. Why? Because you're going to add the powder to it next, okay? So for the powder, I'm going to add vanilla cinnamon, all right? The powder does not go in at the end. This is Impact Bars. Impact Bars makes this vanilla cinnamon trimmed down shake. Tastes absolutely amazing and is totally vegan, full of protein, really awesome, and it smells incredible. I want to show you the powder just so you can see it, and then I'm going to talk about a couple other things here. So this is the vanilla cinnamon. I'm going to put 2 scoops in because that is the serving size, and then I am going to show you some of my other friends. All right, so Impact Bars is just one brand. Here's another brand that I absolutely love. This is Evo Hemp, okay? If you don't know who Evo Hemp is, you got to check them out. They are one of the first hemp-based brands out there, founded by 2 of my dear friends, Jordan and Ari, and I highly encourage you to go check them out. So this is a plant-based hemp protein. You can see it's like really smooth, really velvety, really nice. And then I also have Clean Green Protein from my friends at Clean Machine, another great product. I've talked about that before. And then, you know, guys, I like, if you want to make a peanut butter banana smoothie or something like that, I love PB Fit. You can see it's a peanut butter powder, right? And the peanut butter powder just has less fat in it. Tastes really great, good stuff like that. All right, so we've added our milk. We've added our powder, all right? Everything's going to start sinking in there real quick. Next, you add your things that you want to include as part of your smoothie to make it, you know, more nutritious. I'm talking about loose stuff. I'm talking about the greens, talking about the bananas. I'm talking about, for me, it's going to be dates. You ever put a date in your smoothie? Talk about extra potassium, extra fiber. I'm going to put 2 or 3 of these in there. I'm going to take the pit out, obviously, okay? Split it up, and there you go. Like, these are like candy to me, okay? And if you're trying to lose weight, I wouldn't throw a bunch of those in there. But I am not trying to lose weight right now. I'm just trying to have good food and maintain. So here we go. Now, after you've added your stuff, this is where you can add your greens. You could add, you know, a squeeze of lemon juice or whatever you want to do. You're going to get your ice, okay? So I'm going to go over to my fridge and snag some ice. Not too much ice, just a little bit as I freeze here. Good. All right. So we got like 7 or 8 cubes of ice. This is ready to rock and roll. And so that's the order, guys. If you think about it, here, you got liquid, powder, additional stuff, ice. It's like four things, okay? Those 4 things, you're good to go. But there's a secret ingredient. There's a secret ingredient. You remember I promised you I was going to tell you about this secret ingredient. You ready? Okay. So 96% of people that are going into tough situations at the hospital with respiratory things centered around what's going on with the current, you know, situation. I'm purposely not saying that C word because I don't want this video to not reach as many people as it should, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? 19, right? Okay. So the 96% of the people that are going on ventilators are deficient in 2 things. One is vitamin D, okay? And the other, I'm going to be honest with you, just slipped my mind. But can you guess what the secret ingredient is? Vitamin D. It'll come back to me by the time I get there, okay? So vitamin D is right here. Now, this is an oily cup because I've been using it a lot. But these are vitamin D3 drops, okay? Yes, you get vitamin D from the sun. That's cool. That's great. But I'm guessing that you don't get enough vitamin D. In fact, it's next to iron. It's like one of the top deficiencies out there, okay? B12 is not a major deficiency. You just need to be more aware of that. And one of those protein powders actually has B12 in it. So I'm going to do a couple. This is measured in IUs, okay? So 2,000 IU per drop. Are you kidding me? So you can do like double your age in IU if you wanted to, but I'm going to do 1, 2, almost, and 3. So that's 6,000 IU of vitamin D3. What's it going to do to me? Is it going to have an adverse effect? Nope, not going to do anything. It's not like if you take too much vitamin C and you have to run to the bathroom. No, that's not going to happen. But just 1 drop is like 500% of your daily value. Again, guys, it's not going to hurt you. But just next to vitamin C, vitamin D is that secret ingredient that nobody thinks about that is huge for your immune system and something you should totally stock up on and something you should incorporate into your diet every single day. All right? I put it in my kids' sippy cups. They don't even know they're drinking it. It's amazing. All right, so here we go. I'm going to bring you back down. It's going to be loud. So if you're at work, well, chances are you're not at work because of everything going on right now. But it's going to be loud in 3, 2. If you hit the mute button, hit it. 1. Here we go. You can see nothing stuck to the side. More seconds. 30 more seconds. We're almost done. All right, so now we're done. We've got a great smoothie. Now, depending on how you like your smoothie, you can add more ice or less ice. For me, I like mine to be relatively drinkable. You got to have a very good glass. That's why I have the Orlando City glass. And I am going to pour my smoothie in just like so, nice and smooth. Now, yeah, the dates were blended up, and that's extra fiber, extra potassium, especially as an athlete. That's something you need, okay? So I got that. I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see. Yep. So it tastes like a cinnamon vanilla latte. Honestly, it's what it tastes like, a frappuccino almost. So again, if you want to see what brand I used this. This is Impact, okay? Founded by an awesome woman. Go check her out, Melanie and Zeke, husband and wife team. And then I also, mad love to Evo Hemp. Go check them out, okay? I use their protein powder in addition to just up the nutrition game. So listen, guys. I hope this helped you. I know you know how to make a smoothie, okay? You throw a bunch of stuff in a blender and blend it up, okay? But hopefully this order, all right, this art of making a smoothie is something that you can think about the next time you're making a smoothie, because I promise you, if you put the liquid in first, the powder in second, then all the additional stuff, and then the ice, you're going to get a better, well-blended smoothie than you've ever imagined. But the question is, when do you drink it? When do you drink it? Well, if you're going to go into the gym and do some working out, I would not drink your smoothie until after you get back, because then you can flood yourself with calories and be good to go. If it's a green smoothie and maybe have, I don't know, some beet powder or something like that, you want to oxygenate the blood before you go work out. Okay, cool. But I use them as recovery, and I also drink them before bed. So that's a huge tip. Drink your protein smoothie before you go to bed, because that's when the testosterone's kicking. That's when your muscles are repairing themselves. And that's when your body needs that nutrition to help repair the ripped muscles. So listen, until next time, guys, my name's Cory from leangreendad.com. I also run the Lean Green Meal Plan. If you're looking for quick and easy plant-based meals for busy parents, go check us out, leangreenmealplan.com. And until next week, we're here every Thursday, every Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern. So excited to have you here. We'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.
Join us on the Swim Monkey.
Swim
Swim Monkey.
Monkey TV. On the Monkey.